working with a guy named Al Smith, who was my manager at the time. And Al was running around the beaches of Oahu with a bucket and sand sifters and all this stuff. And he would do this like 4 or 5 times a week. And that always inspired me, and I always wanted to write a song about the plastic problem.
Here in Hawaii, we sit in the middle of the North Pacific Gyre, and we're essentially the North Pacific's collection area for plastic. This isn't just a medium like driftwood that's natural, right, in our environment. This is a medium that is responsible for the large-scale pollution of our oceans and our environment.
It was important to me that it wasn't a pointing your finger type of song. It was more of a we type of song. All of us as a whole are kind of entrenched in this issue.
I could tell that he took the time to actually research a little bit about what plastic is and the plastic pollution issue. How do you make high-density polyethylene rhyme or go in any song?
At the time, I was like thinking, it would be cool if it was like a cartoon, or it would be cool if it was like a stop motion thing. And of course, immediately in my mind, that was like, yeah, right. There's no way you're gonna be able to do something on that scale. You don't even know any, animators or anybody who does stop motion.
I've been making art out of found objects for over 10 years now. I finished school and didn't have very much money, and so instead of buying art supplies, I was just finding them and picking up trash off the street. When Raja reached out to me, he was essentially like, hey, have you heard of Tavana? We're looking to maybe do something with your trash art, with your beach trash art. I already had this vision of a plastic island, so when he came to me with that proposition, I was like, I already know what I want it to look like. I already know what I'm gonna make the coconut tree. I already see the vision. Seeing these characters come to life it's surreal. When you're watching something that's animated, I think there's a bit of a childish aspect to it, which is really nice and makes you feel really good, but at the same time, it's all about a world of trash and creatures made of plastics. Wyclef came together first with the comb. I found a comb. I was like, that would make a great mouth for a whale. So that was the starter piece. We need to give him some mobility. And then just started puzzling.
Paul is a warrior in the conservation arts and sustainability and farming, and we had decided that we were going to represent Paul as the octopus, and it just came across so well. The harmonica in its hands, it's like a real harmonica. It's so good.
I don't alter any of the pieces. I try not to cut them. I just use them the way that I find them. Trying to make a really good face with pieces that I'm not manipulating or cutting or changing was extremely challenging. So I reached out to my buddy Bradley Allen. He carved some cedar and made this beautiful headpiece that allowed us to make like trash limbs. And I'd asked Tavana if he had any visions for what color shirt he wanted, and he's like, there's a blue shirt I like on my Instagram page. You'll know when you go to my page. Go check it out. Serena crushed it. She did a great job on that, with the buttons and everything. And once that was done, we had our main character, then everything was like, okay, like we can really get the show going.
Art is a gateway for many people to get involved and start understanding the scope and the scale. For a lot of people who maybe wouldn't initially be connected to the plastic pollution issue, they're listening to this song, they're seeing this music video, and maybe it's planting a seed.
It's plastic thrown away by you and me. Like we have done this. We've made this collectively. Like I was the final editor.
Hopefully, this song could maybe get far enough and wide enough to where, even the big companies want to make some changes. The people that are starting up companies and the people that already have companies might want to begin to make that change towards more sustainable items and packaging. That would be the ultimate goal, is if it had influence on the world in that direction at all, I would be extremely, extremely happy about that.